So many things about working from home is awesome. You get to ditch the commute. You get to be around family. You have, in most cases, a flexible schedule. But the eating thing, we hear that time and time and again that just snacking, eating healthy while you're at home by yourself is a pain in the neck. So make sure you tune in, watch the entire episode. We're giving tips for healthy lunches, snacks, and more.
Hello and welcome to episode 86 of Home Office Lifestyle, brought to you by Ovali, where we empower your home office lifestyle through web hosting, cloud services, and domain names. Visit ovali.com to buy your domain name today, and by audible.com. Get a free Audible book download at www.audibletrial.com/Ovali. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Hello, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Jen, and tonight's episode is all about eating healthy.
Fun.
We're talking about tips for meal planning, for making good lunches, for snacking right. And so this is going to be a great episode. We're featuring Mesa DeVita's Kristen, who Mom will talk about in just a few moments. But she's going to be our expert through this evening.
And she is an expert.
Yeah, before we get started, we wanted to remind you about a couple things. The Ovali.tv action calendar, which is ovali.tv/action, is going to be brand new in just a couple days. We're just getting done with the July calendar. You can go to ovali.tv/action, pin it, print it, share it, do whatever you want with it. You can remix it. Of course, we'd love if you would give us credit, but go to town with it. It's something that we have done internally for quite some time now, and it's just basically turning it and making it public for you. You can check out the little video that was shown there and find out a little bit more behind the July calendar, and we'll be soon putting out the August one. And they're just short daily action items that grow you and your business, your personal development and your business's development, and through that, and a lot of them, there is some healthy tips in that too.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a little of everything.
Yeah, drink water, that kind of thing, because it all plays into being the best person that we can be to build the best businesses we can have. So,
Nice.
But talking about healthy eating habits.
Wait, a shout out to my grandson, our grandson.
Oh, I was not going to mention that.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to. Happy birthday.
Oh.
It's his birthday. Why can't I mention it?
Well, for privacy reasons, I wasn't going to.
Oh, brother. Okay.
No, I was like, it's a real thing. But anyway.
Right. Don't listen.
So the show's live. Go to ovali.tv/live on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. And you can chat with Mom and I. We're on the chat tonight, and we'd love to hear your opinions on how you plan your meals, how you stay healthy and work from home. Because it's actually kind of an issue here, because what is happening is that we're all moving. We're not commuting. We're not walking anywhere. We're basically going from the bedroom over to our desk here. And depending on how flexible your schedule.
To your desk?
That's what happened. Okay, so I was in college, and then I started at Ovali. So I never really had a real working environment. You know, like you'd go to an office, you'd commute and everything. I've always really worked from home. And so in college, I walked everywhere, right? You walk to campus, you walk from class to class, you walk to your part-time job, and then
like your brother?
After that, most college students do that. And so after that, I went from doing that to literally walking. I had a 700 square foot house with my new husband, and I walked from the bedroom like 2 feet into the office every morning, and I would eat breakfast in front of the computer. I mean, this was right when I was starting with Ovali, and it was a hard thing. So I know a lot of you are in the same position that I was or still am. And so, I mean, apart from just not walking, you don't take breaks when you work from home, right? When you're building a business from home, for some reason we miss the 10-minute breaks where you get up and you move around and you go grab water and you pack lunch at the beginning and stuff like that.
Well, I have lots of breaks because you have to. I can't sit all that time, so you have to get up. So breaks are good.
Yeah, the fridge is nearby.
The breaks get you into the kitchen.
Yeah, and the fridge is nearby, which is always a temptation that you could go in. Mom's big thing, since she talked about stuff without checking with me, she likes frosting. I think you should all know that.
Oh, I'm going to beat you up after this.
She goes into the pantry and she'll eat frosting.
If it's sitting disgusting. There, I don't buy it. Okay, but she's dead meat tonight. After this show, I'm going to beat her up.
It's so funny because the last point, the pain point that I was going to talk about when you work from home, right? You also, you're by yourself, so there's no one that can judge you for grabbing, the candy out of your drawer in your cubicle or whatever. There's no one watching you. And so, Mom... She'll text me like every once in a while. I just ate a lot of frosting.
Your father is sitting right here.
Mom eats really healthy. I mean, she literally does. She's gluten free, and she's going to talk about it. And she makes us the most amazing lunches, which she's going to talk about. But she has these little things, and I'm sure all of you do.
It doesn't have gluten. See, I don't have a lot of food I can eat gluten. A lot of the good stuff I used to eat is gluten free, or it has gluten. Anyway, so that doesn't have gluten in it.
She's always like frosting.
Well, that's... I'm going to get it good. But that's my mother's problem. Yeah, that came from my mom.
But so those were some of the pain points. And so what we're going to be doing is addressing a lot of those things in this episode with MesaDeVita.com.
Oh, sorry, Kristen.
Yeah, so Kristen Helly is someone that moms use for some time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I think we were talking that since February. That's when she started.
So she does meal planning.
She hasn't been doing this for that long. And look at how beautiful she is. So we're going to talk about her a lot tonight and her tips and how healthy she is.
You guys had her on Small Businesses Do It Better, didn't you?
Yes. So I know a lot of her story, and I just love following her. So
yeah. What she said, and I think I cut it out of the videos that she talked about, but she lost something like 100 pounds.
100 pounds, and she had kind of a busy life a couple years ago that she had to... She's a single mom at the time, and she did amazing things that a woman that's very strong. She pushed herself. She's an entrepreneur. I love her story, and you'd have to look at her story on MesaDeVita.com. I'm very impressed with her willpower, but also her meal plans. I think they help me out so much. And she has great tips. So the videos that we're going to show tonight are perfect for the small office, home office lifestyle, because she's actually doing that too. So.
Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and let Kristen introduce herself for you.
On video.
On the video.
Hello, I'm Kathy with Ovali.com and Ovali.tv, and I have a special treat today. We have Kristen Helly with Mesa DeVita in the house. In our headquarters, I should say, because I follow her religiously on Facebook. I don't think I look at your website too often because Facebook is so me in capturing what she does for businesses. So this is why we were here, because I'm a small office, home office lifestyle kind of person, and I need tips. So I've used her menus since you started, which was
about February. I launched it.
Anyways, I want to talk about how we can use her services and her tips in creating this lifestyle and staying healthy too. So this is Kristen Helly with Mesa DeVita. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Thank you so much.
So, like I said, I have my office in the other, I have to actually walk, but I still come in here to get treats. So let's talk about some healthy treats.
Yes, I can identify. So I'm a personal chef. I work out of the home most of the time, or a couple of days a week, but the rest of the time I'm at home too, and literally a few feet away from my kitchen. So I want to, share some ideas for healthy things, because when you're at home, it's very easy to go grab something out of the cupboard that's there for the kids, or just leftovers, munch on them. And
I was explaining earlier to you that I like comfort food when I'm stressed, and I'm stressed all the time. So she's actually brought some food here that could be comfort food and healthy. So let's hear some of your tips.
Okay, well, planning is the one thing. I would say that's the most important thing. Sit down and menu plan every week. And
well, since you said that, let's talk for a minute. Sure. You have a service.
Yeah.
It's a menu planning service.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it's Menus by Mesa DeVita, and it's healthy weeknight meal plan. I have gluten-free plans, and then a new healthy family plan for families that don't want the gluten-free, don't need it necessarily. They can have some wheat, but it's still healthy.
And you are gluten-free, almost.
Pretty much, yeah. It just doesn't react well with me. I haven't been diagnosed, but that's I just do best on natural, real food. I lost 100 pounds by eating real food.
So inspirational.
So I really try to, and that's the thing, my goal is to help people who maybe eat processed food a lot, or they're raising their kids on macaroni and cheese. It is, yeah.
The processed food is easy.
It can be, but it's at a risk to our health. And also taste. I think once people taste real food and just see how easy it can be, and that's my thing. I want to make it as easy as possible, so I have the plan, and it's not just recipes. It's a real plan of action. You cook once, bigger meal. You turn it into another meal that's a little bit easier. You almost don't cook a couple of nights. A lot of crock pot meals. Yeah, so really easy. But with the meals, you've probably seen I send out a weekly meal tracker too. So you can plug in your meals for the week and your snacks. Go grocery shopping once a week and be ready.
And she makes it very pretty. You package it well.
Thank you.
Yes. So let's cheers to a wonderful segment of healthy cooking.
Yes, thank you. Cheers. Yum. No, good.
That was fun.
Yeah, before we get into the meal making, because what she's going to do next is actually show us how to make a good, healthy, well-rounded lunch that's filling and that's good, too.
Well, besides some of the stuff I shouldn't eat, I actually cook like she cooks. I mean, with the lunches and stuff. I do that for Oval Eye.
Yeah, well, Mom's a gluten-free nut. She's gluten-free. She has been for some time. Yeah, and so she's going to share a great resource that you can get for free tonight at audibletrial.com/ovaleye. After you're done watching this, go grab this book. It's something like $25 usually on Audible, but you can get it for free and become gluten-free.
I actually did not have this resource when I first started because it wasn't out, but she talked about it on The View. A friend of ours talked to me about it, being gluten-free. It's a huge deal to go gluten-free, and I think she does an excellent job in telling you everything you need to know. And if you do it on the freeaudible.com, you've got a great resource there.
Yeah, and it's funny, I read it too. I can eat gluten, I don't feel sick, but I did read the book and it was a great resource. And a lot of the things labels, that we eat, my family, it's not, it doesn't have gluten in it, even though none of us are intolerant, or, right?
Yeah.
Gluten intolerant?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we're gluten tolerant. All right. So, but before we go into the lunch, Mom, just to prove that she does eat healthy, we have a couple Instagram photos. We are really treated very well here at Oval Eye. She makes us lunches. And
actually,
so what's
I got
this?
that from Pinterest. And I made it for your dad right before this. It's red bell peppers, or any kind of bell peppers, instead of bread, because gluten-free bread is not that tasty, I don't think. So I do the red peppers. This is quinoa with...
no, that's the corn thing at the bottom. What is that called that you get?
Yeah, the polenta. Corn polenta.
So good. Those are the best lunches. Yes. Yeah. And then, of course, we go...
Actually, Amazon has those.
Oh, this is my lunch. This is from For the Glow. She has a meal plan, too, and it was just like spinach.
I didn't get any of that.
Spinach and quinoa. I think I was at home. And then when we go out, we usually try and eat something healthy if it's
That was a meal.
That was a meal we didn't know we were getting.
They even came out and apologized.
Sushi fail. And then we drink lots of coffee here, and like my mom was saying with the confession of the frosting, where I confessed it for her. We also have candy every once in a while, but I think that's okay.
Yeah, Junior,
it's all about portion control, and Kirsten is going to give us a really good tip as far as staying healthy in this next video.
And that's the key, is the portion control, because when she tells us...
We're going to talk about it in a second.
So
Don't talk about it yet.
All right. Okay.
Let's roll the video of Kirsten. She's going to show us how to make an awesome, healthy lunch.
So this is one of my main, I would say 2 to 3 times a week, this is what I have for lunch. Other times I have leftovers because I plan my meals, so I have planned leftovers. So I'll cook a bit of extra chicken one night and have it with for a salad the next day, or just have a simple salad with some avocado, balsamic dressing. But
that sounds good.
Yeah, but planning really healthy meals, or snacks too, is important. So this could be a meal or a snack. I tend to eat more often, smaller amounts, so I pretty much snack through the day. I think it helps stabilize blood sugar. I get low blood sugar a lot.
I do too.
So, do you? Yeah. So I have to eat often. All right, so first I want to show you my hummus that I make, and I make a batch every single week, and I use it on sandwiches if I'm going to have a sandwich, but this is the way I typically have it, and I want you to try it, and I'll share the recipe too. You can put it up on your link there. It's really good.
Because store-bought hummus doesn't look like this.
This is so good. It's delicious, and you can make it as garlicky as you want.
It's pure heaven. Oh my gosh.
Good, right? It's so easy. It's really easy to make your own.
And she's going to tell me how to make it too. Let's hear.
So easy. So you take your food processor, you take a can of garbanzo beans, or chickpeas, whatever you want to call them, rinse them and drain them, and then you put in 2 tablespoons of tahini, which is sesame seed paste. It's like peanut butter or almond butter, but made with sesame seeds.
Is that where you buy it too, in the peanut butter section?
Yeah, it's usually over in the natural food section where you can get like the natural peanut butters, depending on your store. And then a whole lemon, squeeze in the juice, a couple of garlic cloves, and a little bit of olive oil. And that's it.
That taste, Jen, you're going to have to taste this. It's the best.
Good, I'm glad you like it. It's one of my favorites. Just love it. And you can add in some roasted red bell peppers to make a roasted red bell pepper.
Well, and see, we were talking about comfort food for me, because when I'm stressed, I like comfort food. I could have that as comfort food.
Yes.
That's really good.
This satisfies my need for comfort food. Like I was telling you earlier, when I need comfort food, what I'm looking for is fat, like that feel in your mouth, the satiate, give you a feeling of being satisfied. Good fat, yeah, and crunch and salt. So this satisfies everything. And what I do is I personally give myself permission to have. Okay, you know what? I really want something. I'm going to have that packaged cake, or I'm going to run to the bakery and get something after I have this. And every single time, I don't want it after I have this.
Now that's the best tip ever, because I usually have the bad stuff first. And
it just never goes away. It's one of those things you can keep eating and eating, and it's just never satisfied. And us women, we have that time that just happens. So giving this is, and you're going to have some avocado. So this is my little meal here that a couple times a week at least. So a little bit of hummus. Now these are not low-fat foods, but they're good fat foods. So
how much serving would you do for the hummus?
About 2 tablespoons. Yeah, well, you know what? If you're going to skip, you can go to a full quarter cup if you're going to skip the avocado, but I like the avocado with this. It's just my my thing. So I'll do some carrots to dip it with it, cucumbers sometimes. I have some.
Yes, that would be good too.
Yeah.
But I love these too, because they're in a bag.
Yeah, and these they're good healthy foods already chopped up for you,
Crunchy.
And they're really not much more expensive, but you can go to the...
And you can pretend they're chips.
Yes,
They crunch.
absolutely, and they give you that satisfaction. And these crackers, the brown rice crackers, are...
Excellent.
Costco. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
And then so you put this too?
Yeah, a little bit. Probably not all of it. What I would do is I like to scoop out maybe an eighth of an avocado, about an eighth of an avocado, and then just because, like I said, if you're not watching your weight and you're eating good quality foods, you can eat a bit more calories. I actually eat more calories, but I lost more weight than when I was doing the calorie watching programs.
Well, I made that today. Thank you, Kirsten. It was yummy.
It was really good. I liked how she said about the part of the pre-cut things and how you can buy it in the bag even if you want to. But if you went to a farmer's market or something like that, just on like Sundays chopping up the veggies. I've done that a few times whenever I think about it, I do that, and it always makes me healthier, especially like peppers. Any vegetable that it takes me a while
hummus.
to cut when I'm hungry, I always try and do it ahead of time.
Yes.
Yeah, but so you already heard about my issues as far as when I first started working from home. Mom's issues were, like she was saying, she doesn't have a problem with taking breaks and things like that. She's fine getting up because she has old lady hips.
Oh, I just love her tonight. Yes, I do actually have hip issues, and sitting too long in the chair is not good. So getting up is a good thing. So
yeah, but so your problems then instead are that your portion control and snacking. Mom constantly is snacking. Like she was saying, she makes smaller meals and eats.
Or you
less.
just don't buy any of the crap except for things for my grandson and my husband.
Well, you can't eat most of the things that you buy for other people as far as snacks go.
And I don't have small kids except grandson, and he likes, the same stuff grandpa likes. So
yeah, so anyway, there's some, Kirsten's going to show you a fun recipe for snacks. So it's just twisting up some of, they say have a handful of almonds as a snack.
Oh, wait, is that what's next?
Yeah.
Because Jen and I don't, you didn't saute nuts, did you, before?
No.
This eye-opening was so yummy. We're going to show the
really
snack. We ate it after Kristen left. We ate it all.
Yeah.
It was so good, but she'll tell you what to do. You can mix it with popcorn. So we'll put that one on now.
So I'm going to show you a really healthy snack to have. It's called Hot and Healthy Nuts. They're my very favorite snack, and it's really simple. I know nuts are good for you. Everybody's talking about almonds being good for you and everything, but sometimes it's boring just to eat a handful of almonds. So I do this and almost daily, but you've got to watch it if you're doing hummus and avocado and everything too. But this is a nice little treat. Sometimes we have this for movie night too. So just take a little bit of raw cashews. So a serving of nuts is about a palmful. So I do, a little less than a palmful of the cashews, of the raw almonds, and pepitas. Now these are really, really good for you. They're pumpkin seeds. So I get all of these in the bulk food department for really cheap and keep them on hand. And sometimes when you have nuts that aren't super fresh, this is a good way to freshen them up. So this is all you do. You just toast them. I add a little bit of sea salt, just a tiny bit, and then if you have one of your favorite all-natural blends, it's good. This one's really good here. It has some, looks like it's a hot and spicy one, some pepper and garlic and some dehydrated onion. So it's going to be really flavorful. And you just toast them up, and your pepitas are going to start bursting on you, popping up. They get to about twice the size they originally are. Toss them about medium heat. You don't want to burn the nuts. And that is it. So I'll show you what they're like when they're all toasted up and ready.
I love it. Go, go, go.
So this is it. They're popping everywhere. This is it. You just take them out, and you have your nice little healthy snack there. Good fiber and good for your body. They're really delicious.
And she puts that with popcorn too, and movie night. Nice hot popcorn with the hot nuts. Oh, I have to say that was satisfying.
Well, just having more fun. So instead of doing processed packaged things, getting creative with it. And Kristen has a menus by Mesa DeVita that we're gonna show a video for in just a moment. But Mom let me use her meals one week,
and it was your brother.
And my husband was in heaven, because usually I just kind of throw together the usual meals, and she plans out these fun, really high-produced kind of meals that are still really easy to do.
Well, the best part of her meals is that you can make one meal on Monday, and then the next day you would have a totally different meal, but you would have it. You guys
are going to talk about that in the video.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay.
But I don't want to be redundant. So let's go ahead and play the video where she talks a little bit about the meal planning service.
Okay, so I want to talk about Kristen's menu and what she cooks and gives us all ideas. I'm her client, and I love every bit I love her menu items. So here is one that she made. I can't wait to dig in. It smells delicious. It's chili rellenos, and you want to tell us what's in it?
Sure. Well, I wanted to healthify them and make them something that is, good for you, packed full. So it has quinoa, some cheese, and the sauce is a really easy ranchero sauce. It's just tomatoes, bell pepper, onions. Really actually quick to throw together. The longest part is just taking your peppers and roasting them, which doesn't take much time.
How do you roast them? You just stick them in the oven?
I put them in the oven on broil as high as they'll go, and then as soon as they start getting black, you flip them over. They get black, and then let them sit. You can put them in a bag, cover them with plastic, but I just let them sit out for maybe 20 minutes, and then they get soft, and the skin peels right off.
Very easy, and that's another reason why we have her here too today, because I'm gluten-free, and I thought I would have to do everything by hand and make this huge list of stuff that I'd never heard of. But actually all you have to do is eat like natural food like this. And it's how many pieces or how many like the peppers, the quinoa, the tomato sauce, and cheese. That's it. And it's super healthy, and it's very filling, and my husband is not gluten-free, and my whole family eats it too. In fact, I'm cooking a gluten-free meal this weekend for my parents and everybody, and I'm using one of her recipes, the pork and the apricot and mustard roast. Oh my gosh, to die for. So, and she has it all on a list, and you send it to us the end of every week. So I wait for that, and then I take her list, because she gives a whole grocery list with it. She first gives you a pretty menu, and then she gives you a list of everything you need that week, and then the menus are right under that. So this one you said is free, that you can get on her Facebook page and your website.
My website, yep.
You want to tell us where we can get these?
Sure. So I have hundreds of free recipes at mesadevita.com, and I'll always put up free recipes. I just like to share with people some really healthy. Not all of those recipes are gluten-free, but most are, and healthy living tips. And then the menus program is menusbymesadevita.com, and that's $10 a month, pennies a day.
For everything.
For everything.
You don't have to think. All you have to do is cook it.
Yep. You get your weekly menus. And so this would be a good example of something, say if it was on the Menus by Mesa DeVita program subscription, you would do, so it has quinoa in here. And so what I would have you do, it's planned out. It's not just recipes I cut out and put. Every recipe I really truly do develop myself. I cook all the time for my clients and myself, so we're always doing it. Yeah, the family. So so you'd start with one recipe. Maybe it would be, roasted chicken or something. You cook a bit extra. It turns into another meal the next night. This has the quinoa, so perhaps I would have had you make the ranchero sauce. You would have had maybe some black beans with the sauce and some chicken one night, cook with some quinoa, cook extra quinoa. So tomorrow night when we're making this, you have your quinoa cooked, you put some cheese in it, you put it in your peppers, your sauce is already done because you would have made extra, and you pop it all in the oven. So there truly is a plan to it, and it's...
every day you can make, and plus these meals make you stuffed. You don't eat a lot. That was funny. That was so good too. We enjoyed that night too. It was yummy.
So
nice editing, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
I like all the little special effects.
We just did on Home Office Lifestyle. We now have an iTunes feed for audio only. So if you're listening to the audio only version of this, make sure that you check out the video version, or at least go to our YouTube page. Our YouTube page is still at Soho Insights, so that's what the show previously was called, after Small Office, Home Office Insights. So it's youtube.com/Soho Insights. We'll have all of the video clips where it shows the ping whenever you heard a bell. That was a little tip that came off.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah, so check that out if you're watching the audio version. And if you are listening on iTunes, we would absolutely love if you would subscribe to our feed and give us a comment or a like. That would be fantastic. We always love to hear your feedback on the shows, what you want to hear, that type of a thing. And if you're watching this on ovalite.tv, make sure that you share what your secret pain point, or your secret little, guilty pleasure, I guess.
Please, after hearing this one tonight.
Yeah.
I would like to say that when you do videos in your kitchen, make sure they're staged, because I didn't really stage mine.
It looked fine. I thought it was good. It was really nice. We want to thank Mesa DeVita one more time, Kristen Helly.
We will have her on the show again because she's just full of great tips.
She's a personal chef. She does the menu planning each week, so make sure that you visit her website.
The photo behind me is on, this was the hummus recipe for the fabulous lunch. It's on mesadevita.com, and her recipe under the gluten-free, so check those out.
We'll include all the links at ovalite.tv.
Yes. So that was a fast show and full of information. So tune in next week. This is Kathy and Jen. Thank you again.